You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, folks, as of today, there are over 11 million cases of COVID-19 in the U.S. More than 250,000 people have died from the virus. The CDC predicts the country's COVID-19 death toll could reach upwards of 300,000 people by the end of the year. In New York, schools will close again as cases continue to spike. President-elect Joe Biden spoke with frontline workers and informed them that the Trump administration is holding this country back from moving forward and getting the virus under control.
We should be further along. One of the problems that we're having now is the failure of the administration to recognize. The law says that the General Services Administration has a person who recognizes who the winner is, and then they have to have access to all the data and information that the government possesses to be prepared. And it doesn't require there to be an absolute winner. It says the apparent winner, the apparent winner. And we've been unable to get access to the kinds of things we need to know.
Medical experts warn if Trump administration doesn't cooperate with Biden and his team, then we will see more COVID deaths in this country.
We need to all be pulling together now to make sure that nothing falls through the cracks. If we don't, we may end up with unnecessary hospitalizations, unnecessary chronic disease, unnecessary death, and unnecessary empty chairs at holiday tables.
But not only that, Greg, we also are seeing here reports that of how the Trump people are really trying to screw the Biden-Harris team as much as possible. Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, is now calling for the Fed return money that was sent to them, also ending some emergency loan programs, not willing to extend them through the year. They want to end them at the end of the year to make it harder. So now the Biden folks got to restart the programs. We're still in a crisis. Then, according to one of the advisors, they told CNN that they are purposely with the pullout of troops in Iraq, with what's happening, trying to potentially bomb Iran and other things, they are actually trying to create more national security issues for the Biden people as well. These corrupt thugs. This is the equivalent of setting the entire government on fire, burning everything with a new administration coming in. And I remember the lie when Republicans said the Obama people removed the keys from whatever the hell they tried to make up. It was a lie. It was an absolute lie. But this is a literal attempt to decapitate the new administration before they even walk in.
Absolutely. And I congratulate them on spelling out for anyone, taking away the excuse anyone gives that we live in a country. When they say America, they mean them. That's what they mean. And so this is a strategy in terms of the administrative side to sabotage this administration. If they can get through the 24-month period, come back to the midterms and try to reassert. This is the white nationalist party strategy. When they are the minority, they are completely obstructionist. So, I'm sure that the incoming administration will try to reach across the aisle. What they need to do is immediately put Lindsey Graham up for ethics investigation because he's interfering in elections. If Lofler is reelected, she needs to be put out. But they're not going to do that because they think they live in a country. See, the problem is Mnuchin and them understand what America is. As A. Philip Randolph said, you get what you can take and you hold on to what you can maintain to hold on. In other words, this is about power. The census reported today that they don't think they're going to be finished until the third week of January at the earliest. That's putting it just outside the reach. But what did Trump and them want to do? They wanted to not count people who are not citizens. The damn Constitution says every person in the country. What does that mean, finally? That means that these people understand something fundamentally about America that apparently a lot of people, including the 44th president of the United States, looking at his new biography, simply don't get. When they say America, they don't mean you. And if they're not in charge, they will destroy it or obstruct it until they're back in charge. Until we grasp that fact, we're going to be victims.
Amen.
It's real clear what they want to do, Erica. They want to blow everything up. They don't care about a transition. They don't care about continuity of government. They don't care about nothing. And Republicans are standing idly by, including folks like Senator Mitt Romney, and they're saying and do nothing. That's why I couldn't trust any of them to do a damn thing post inauguration.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought up post inauguration. But let's go back to right after inauguration. All of us are in the DMV area and remember the National Harbor across the river there, where Steve Bannon, the former chief strategist for the regime, clearly outlined what their whole premise was. And that was to deconstruct the administrative state. That is what was televised. That is what was shared with everyone in that crowd and across this nation. And that's exactly what they've been about the business of doing. I don't think that there should be an expectation of anything less than that, and that has been a fulfilled prophecy up to this point with 251,000 people and counting. And this is just from COVID that are attached to their backs. I agree with Dr. Carr. They will stop at nothing, and they are absolutely going to run through the tape on this.
Reese.
And why not? They don't have souls. They don't have consciences. They don't believe in any kind of shared benefit to society. It's only, like Dr. K said, what can they get and what can they hold on to and what can they take away from other people? That's literally the whole point of the Republican Party's existence. And they get away with it time and time again. When they shut down the government, both sides get blamed. When they obstruct every single thing that the Democrats try to do, both sides get the blame. When Mitch McConnell holds out for stimulus relief so that corporations can go liability free to create as many unsafe conditions as possible for workers, both sides get blamed. And the Democrats half the time spend, depending on which faction you want to talk about, I won't say, but I'll say this. Democrats half the time, and throughout this, since the time that Biden and Harris have won and been declared the projected winners, have spent more time already bedwetting and attacking the incoming administration for picks that haven't even been announced yet. And so this is where the Republicans are very, very smart. They're much smarter than us as Democrats because they understand that they can do whatever the hell that they want to do. They can create whatever kind of reality that they want to create, and nobody's going to do a damn thing about it. And I don't mean it in the terms of that the Democrats are cowards or that the Democrats are feckless and that they're just letting people run all over them because they're that weak. But because they understand that in our society, the facts don't matter. Accountability doesn't matter. It's just what you can convince people of. And so, yeah, if, Donald Trump managed to convince 10 million more people to vote for him, despite the fact that at the time we had over 200,000 people dead from a virus that he refused to do anything about to maintain or to contain. And so why not? What's stopping them? It's a winning strategy for them. If it does, and with a minority rule in terms of their party is almost exclusively white, and yet they get away with it. They managed to hold on to the Senate for now. They managed to make gains in the House for very not enough to win it back. They managed to make gains in state houses across the board. And It's not because that the Democrats performed poorly. I mean, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris got record turnout, but because they are managing to galvanize their base of white nationalists or people who either don't give a damn about white nationalism, they just give a damn about individualism. So there's nothing really stopping them at this point. And unfortunately, Americans are going to continue to die at alarming numbers.
Folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one. Hey, folks at Seek.com, they're supporters of our show, and they have two fantastic products, this virtual reality headset right here, and the 360-degree 4D headphones. With the virtual reality headset, you want to watch the VR content on Seek.com or other 360-degree video, all you got to do is just get one of these headsets, pop your phone right in, and you can actually be right in the room where the content was shot. It's actually really compelling. It's really compelling content there. One of the things that I also love about it is, Ken, watching this video, people who've been hang gliding on roller coasters and things along those lines, and you literally feel like you're right there with them. They also have, of course, the headset, which you can use for gaming, for music, for videos, you name it. It's Bluetooth. Amazing sound, tremendous bass, and literally the sound goes all across your head. Mary Spio, a sister, she is the founder of this company. She actually also designed and created these products right here. If you want to get one, or both, or even subscribe to Seek.com and their VR content, simply use this promo code RMVIP2020, RMVIP2020, and you can do so. And so we certainly, again, appreciate them being partners with us here at Roland Martin Unfiltered.